Hello. Hello. Oh my gosh. Hello. Welcome to my August art chat. If you don't know what an art chat is, I've been doing them since I think 2022, on and off, but like really consistently for the last year and some. An art chat is where I talk about all of the art that I made in the month, and we got a big pile. We got a big old pile to go through today. So let's start. Where? First, I'm going to clear off some things. Sort of. Kind of out of the way. That starts later. That starts later. That starts later. All right. There we go. A little better. August the 1st. August the 1st was an art hang party. Imagine starting a month with an art hang party. How fun. If you don't know what art hang party is, art hang party is a weekly live hour-ish long art making session full of fast-paced drawing and a lot of fun on YouTube, here live every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. I say Eastern time. It's either daylight or savings time because I never know which it is, but Eastern time does the job. The theme for this week was butterflies. By the way, I am Melissa. Nice to have you here with me. Every time you see this pink, just know that it is really like a really fluorescent pink. It's really hard to get it across in camera. These are our quick warm-ups. I might have done these ones at the end. No, I think they're warm-ups. This is a really chunky 2B pencil. It's called a crayon. It's a graphite crayon, but it's really it's hard, so you can still get detail and stuff, but it's really fun. And I love combining the two, this pencil and then this is a solid paint marker. I love it. Well, that should have a 3 on it. Hang on. Unprepared. You'll see that has become quite a favorite style of mine. Continuing on with Butterfly Week at Art Hang Party. This is the meat. This is the meat of it. And I think I actually did something earlier in the day, so I'm a little bit out of order already, but I'm sure you are okay with that. Inspired by Melanie Chadwick and her wildflower collage on paper that she did, that we also did a mushroom week inspiration of, I decided to do it for butterflies. This is far less successful than my mushrooms, but we got a derpy face. Yeah, there's that. Earlier in the day, on August the 1st, I joined Shar, Blue Shine Art, here on YouTube. She was doing a live stream with her patrons, and they graciously invited me along to join their PokeFest session, Zoom session. Meryl, can't remember Meryl's last name, shared photos from a PokeFest that she went to, Pokemon Festival, and we drew them, and it was really fun. Shar also does a daily, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, hour-long live stream here on YouTube at 7 a.m. in the morning Eastern time. It's just a really nice way to wake up. I love tuning in and drinking a fresh cup of coffee, watching Shar do. This month in August, she was doing self-portraits, but just watching her work is so inspirational. So inspirational. On the 2nd of August, do I have a video sharing this? I feel like I do. I must, because it's finished. This is a concertina sketchbook that was gifted to me by Sarah Bradley. I do have a video unboxing this with all of the other Sorry about that. All of the other goodies that she shared with me. And this is from a family camping trip that I took at the end of July. And I think I finished the panorama of our farm campsite that we stay at. Just so much fun to work like in this extreme long concertina sketchbook. And then on the other side, I did this on the day. So I did this on July 27th. So you would have seen this last month, but just a quick recap because I love it so much. Drawing my family and a couple of strangers. These are strangers here. She's actually one of my favorites that I drew in here. Yeah, on the beach using some Inktense pencils. I love the way that my sister came out here too, and my other sister. Very cute. I need to get another one of these little sketchbooks, the concertina ones, because they were fun. On the 3rd, I joined Sam Ashley Art. Sam has a Substack where she hosts Zoom drawing sessions. The theme for this one was underwater, I think. So again, with the big graphite crayon and paint markers. And then we go over here into, this is the origami. I should just leave. I'm just going to leave. Sorry for zooming. I know that's weird. This is an origami watercolor journal sketchbook thing. Continuing with underwater. I lied. That was an art hang party. That was not a Sam Ashley. This was not with Sam yet. This was a Saturday art hang party pop-up session. I should write that down. Art hang party pop-up session. So the first Saturday of the month we do a pop-up on YouTube, and starting September we're alternating months to do a live Google Meet session co-hosted by Debbie Draws Funny. So the replay for all the arting parties are up on my channel, and this was underwater creatures, and yes, these are some underwater creatures. You can see I didn't put anything to protect the sheet there, and we have 20 minutes per reference at, that's the next day, at on our weekend sessions. There is another one. Okay, that's why I'm confused. Yes, so I was doing watercolor, and I was not really feeling it. A Gonzai Tombi watercolor, I think. And then I switched to oil pastels. Sorry, that's probably so crinkly. And had a much, much nicer time. Yeah. So the replay of that is up if you are interested in drawing some underwater creatures. We don't come back to this book until the 15th. Which I'm going to take that out. Okay. On the 4th, yes, I got some new art supplies. I do have a video sharing my little art supply haul from this. I took a trip to the art store and got some Turner's acrylic gouache. Still not loving them. And I also got some Gonzai Tombi granulating watercolors, which I'm loving. I was gonna share this later, but look at this little palette. Okay, so Neocolor ones originally came in here. We are probably very familiar with these tins. I found this tin on a streetcar. I think somebody stole it from an art store because there was like a pile of abandoned things, and we were on the way home. I think it was from a baseball game or a concert. I think it was their Duran Duran concert. And I saw this red tin just like poking out of this abandoned pile of things. I'm like, oh my God, those are Neocolors. Those are Neocolors. I was like getting really nervous. Like, you know, when you get like, you know, bowel movement nervous kind of thing. And I was telling Ray, I was like, oh my God, there's Neocolors. He's like, go get them. Like, there's nobody around. It belongs to nobody. Unfortunately, it was taken from a store because it was wrapped in like brand new and everything. But it went to a good home. They went to a good home. And I was like, so these are the Gonzai Tombi granulating colors here. And they just come in a box, like not really anything nice to keep them in. So I was trying to find a palette to keep them in. And I was like, well, I tried like a watercolor travel set and they almost fit, but like the fifth one didn't quite fit in there. So I was like, okay, well, what else do I have? I was looking in my art cart and I saw this, and I'm definitely on a tangent right now, but how cute is this little palette? And then I made a little swatch card for it so that we can see all of the colors, because you can't really, like, you can definitely not tell from here what they are. So this is really helpful. And then I have some Holbein watercolor here, with the exception, this is a Turner's watercolor, and this is Daniel Smith Moonglow. And then these fluorescent ones that I need to clean up are Lumi accent colors that I got in Japan. And I have 3 more in my big 48 set of Gonzai Tombi that I've switched out for the metallic ones that I don't use. But how cute. Okay, tangent over. That was the 4th. And that's the only thing that I've done in this sketchbook, which is a Strathmore Mixed Media 500 series. So, all that to say, I did some more underwater things, jellyfish, and these were done based on a photo that somebody shared in Sam Ashley's Discord server. So thank you very much, beautiful photo. And it's just a bunch of jellyfish that I used the granulating colors on, and then I used the purple in the background, but it was not dark enough, so then I just scribbled with a black pencil. I think this is the Faber-Castell 14B pencil, or the art graph. Not the art graph. Stabilo all pencil. Fun. We won't go too far because I work in that the next day again. But let's go on another tangent, shall we? I started a new sketchbook, objects and other things and whatnot. I started this on the 4th of August. It's a Muji pocket note sketchbook. So I think I got this for like $4 at Muji. And how many pages? Pages are really nice and smooth. I haven't really tried it with watercolor, but what I have been doing is taking acrylic paint and a card, like this is just a old post office card, and just scraping paint down. So if I have leftover paint from something, I'll do that. But when I first started it, I just, like, there's a whole bunch of pink at the back because you'll see I had a lot of pink left over. Yeah, but it's just lots of paint scraping and things like that just to do random backgrounds. But this is definitely inspired by David Hockney. I was watching the documentary of his where he shares his plein air stuff. I'll link to the trailer below, but there's an app that you can get where you can watch like all of these documentaries for free if you connect your library account. So I will also link that below. I think it's called Canopy with a K. Anyway, this is my objects and other things and whatnot. So all things that, you know, when I have, you know, 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes just to warm up and stuff, just to draw. I'm just going to do a flip through of everything that I've done in here so far because it would be too much to open this up. This is the Faber-Castell 14B pencil. That's nice and dark, and I wish it was actually black, but it's not quite black. And it's just fun, like just a fun little warm-up. Drawing everything from life. So whatever object or thing or whatnot I have in front of me, I'll just draw it. I use a lot of woodies and neocolors in here, which the paper is so smooth, so they are so very nice. Yeah, that's it. I think that was the last one. Yeah, so like not a lot so far, but just still fun. A fun sketchbook to have on my shelf for when I just want, you know, a second of fun art time. So let's go back here. Oh my gosh. This is a landscape based on a photo that I took at the Toronto Music Garden, trying to use the Turner acrylic gouache. Still having a big love-hate relationship with those paints. On the 6th of August, I painted this as a wedding gift for my cousin and his, as of today, wife. Congratulations, Caleb and Kat. On the 7th, I did a Scribble Brigade from Sophie McPike. This was a pre-recorded one that she did for patrons because she was away for the month. And yes, so first we saw the reference photo and we took notes from the reference. She did color notes, but I just wanted to do like a quick sketch and then like write down my color notes. And there will be an upcoming art hang party based on this, so keep this in your mind. And then she took the reference photo away, and then we drew from our notes. So this was made just from this, which I've had that thought in my mind to do for a long time since I saw a Helen Cryer video. I'll link Helen's channel. I don't know that I can find the video because she does so many videos, which is awesome because I love them. But yeah, I'll link Helen's channel. But she talked about doing something like this at a workshop that she was at. So that's where I first had the idea. And then Sophie did one based on color notes. And so I wanted to do it based on just like the written notes. And there you go. I don't know where the rest of them are, but then I did a Draw Weird Things Live with Debbie Draws Funny. Doing the theme was medieval marginalia. Must be said that way. And in the background, I have some pan pastel just rubbed in that art supply haul that I'll link below. I got this pan pastel for $1.50, and it was all broken up. Like, it must have fallen on the floor because it was just smashed to bits. And so I mixed in some rubbing alcohol and let it dry out, and it is now perfectly good pan pastel. So yay for me. In Deb's Discord, they were talking. I wasn't there. They did a live session in Discord, and they were talking about how this reminds them of Alec Baldwin. And so I typed out you mean Alec Baldwin? Funny. I also did a little animation of this guy, which I'll put up here so that you can see. So silly. Of how like he would walk. So silly. That was the 7th. On the 8th, we did an art hang party. Woo! Just gonna tear the place apart, getting this big thing out. Where is Candy? Candy. I realized it had been a long time since I went really big. So I'm gonna zoom you again. and try to make space. So this is a big 16 by 24 inch pad of newsprint, and I used all sorts of different paint markers in it, and the theme for this week was candy. We started with some blind contours. Oh, that's not candy. Candy. I don't know if you ever work big, but there's just something about it. I highly suggest you try it. I'm not one for prescribing things, and like obviously don't listen to me and do what you want. But it's so fun. It's so fun to work big, like to like draw with your whole arm. I sit on the floor when I use that big pad, and like I'm up on my knees, kind of leaning over it, and it's just like honestly, it's fun. It's like playtime. Like, when you were a kid and you would just like play with, whatever was in front of you, that's what it feels like to play that big. And the whole pad was like $6. So highly encourage you to do that, to try going as big as you can. On the 9th of August, Ray and I did a live stream on Twitch. So he is a DJ and he was part of a raid train, and normally I paint something alongside him while he plays house music, and I felt like doing portraits. So I did a whole bunch of portraits of people, sent me pictures, and so this is one that I have here. All the other ones have gone, I sent them off to their people. But this is my dog Dexter. That's my baby, my first love. So yes, I'll show you all of the other ones here. But these are the single line portraits that I do using my 3 favorite watercolors to color it. And I actually just lowered the price by half in my shop. So now I highly encourage you to go check that out. I think they're a little bit more reasonably priced now, even though they do take a lot of time. I just think for something this small, people aren't seeing the value at what I had it at. And so now it's $20, including shipping. So it's like a nice little gift if you have, somebody that you love and need a little unique little gift for. Pets, people, I can usually do like 2 people on this size. So there you go. And self-promo. On the 10th, I co-hosted a live Zoom session with Charlotte Hamilton, Blue Shine Art, and the theme was Toronto. So I looked back in my old street photography library for when Ray and I used to walk around with cameras all the time and take pictures and things, which I really want to do again. I was just cleaning off my camera shelf, and I have like 4 really fun lomography cameras, and I've got a really nice Fuji camera, and I don't use it. So I really do want to get back into that too. Take my own reference photos to draw from and stuff. And like we're forever walking around, so might as well. Yes, theme was Toronto. I used the Pilot Parallel pen. That's this guy, which is super chunky, either really fine or super chunky. Really fun, and it doesn't actually bleed through on this paper. So this is the Ottergami watercolor sketchbook, and the granulating watercolors in the background, which I kind of just wish I stuck with the pen. And then I was talking entirely way too much on this one, and it was way too much space for a 10-minute drawing. So there's that. Then you believe I haven't worked in this sketchbook? This is a sketchbook that I made myself using some roll of watercolor paper that I have here, a Fabriano watercolor. I followed a video that I saw here on YouTube, so I'll put the link to that below. And yeah, it's really nice to work in. Like, it's just, I mean, it's nice paper, but it lays nice and flat. It's like, I like how the size that I gave it, like how it's kind of square and stuff, but I didn't realize it was so long since I used it. So I last used it on July the 24th and then not again until the 11th of August. Yes, this is based on a photo. These are all of these are based on photos that I've taken just with my phone, but out on walks. And this is at the Music Garden. And then you'll see in a couple of days from here that I painted it from life very unsuccessfully. And then later in the evening, on the 11th, I joined Sam Ashley for a Zoom session. Obviously, Sam is linked below. She also has a YouTube where she puts the replays of her sessions up. So if ever you want like a really nice, chill drawing session, it's just a nice, gentle, relaxing session. And her photos are always very beautiful. But I wanted to play with the granulating watercolors again too, so that's what's happening. These were all just warm-ups, and then we got into it. Yeah, the granulating watercolors and my Holbein watercolors and Inktense pencils for sketching and some of the finer details is a perfect combination for me. I'm really loving how these are coming together. Like, just the way that the watercolors are mixing on the page and kind of doing their own granulation thing, even though they're not granulating, and then working with the granulating colors. Just fun. Very, very, very good. Back in here, and the last time that I've used a sketchbook was the 12th. Simon's rolling around. These are some nasturtium that we have at the front of our building. I don't love it. But I need to take some more pictures to work in here, so yes, lovely. On the 13th, I did, you know what, I'm just going to show it up on the screen. I did a Scribble Brigade with Sophie McPike, again, pre-recorded, but this one was live on YouTube, so I'll be sure to link it below. Simon's sneezing, rolling around, and all the things. And it was little tiny composition studies using 1 or 2 colors, using 2 or 3 colors, 2 colors I think I did. Yeah, it was really nice. And like, just the way that Sophie explains how to simplify what's in front of you is really, really helpful. If you like landscape painting, Sophie is your girl. Your lady, your person, your heart sparkly bug. Also on the 13th, I was in the mood to draw some people. So I went to Pinterest. I have a Harajuku Pinterest board started that will be an eventual art hang party when I pull it from the pot, but kind of half-assed those ones. On the 14th, I made this color chart for the Turner Acrylic Gouache World set that I got that I don't love the colors of, and this is really helpful because then you can see, like, the greens are very green, straight out of the tube. But as soon as you start mixing them with other things, you get some really nice greens. I have a whole video swatching this out, so if you would like to see how that's done, go check that out. On the 15th, I started doing a weirdo drawing club with Debbie Draws Funny. So I was drawing along with her video on YouTube. And then it was time for art hang party. Is that true? That was the 15th. Pre-art hang party warm-up. Oh, the 15th. All right. And then it was time for art hang party. And the theme was Olympic gold. This was really fun. These are all moments when people either like the moment that they won gold or when they found out that they won gold. It's just a really, really sweet session, drawing people and expressions and gestures and things. Again, the replay is up on my channel. So if you go to streams on my YouTube page, you'll see all of you'll see all the replays there. Whatever you're in the mood for, there will be a replay for you. Guaranteed. I'm gonna go here. I don't know what order these happened on the 16th, but this is the continuation of Deb's Weirdo Drawing Club. I think this is a Patreon video, actually. Draw along. And I use the Sharpie Creative markers, which I feel like this is the first time I've used them this month. I had a snuggle bum. I can smell the snuggle bum. That like baby powdery vanilla smell that comes with like plastic toys from the 80s. Fun. Then we went to sit outside in the park. We went to Coronation Park. I had pan pastels and I think acrylic or no, yeah, acrylic gouache in the background. So all of that paint, and then I worked over it with some Neocolor 2s. And some watercolor over pan pastel. And Simon in Neocolor 2. On the 17th was another, I think this was a replay that I did of Sam Ashley art Zoom session. Yeah, it's a replay. This is the marine mammals one. Using Inktense pencils. The warm-ups. I really think this one's cute, and I wish it was in my other sketchbook, which you'll see. Again, using the Gonzai Tombi granulating colors and Inktense pencils. Like, I think that should be there. I think that's what that spread should look like instead of those polar bear cubs. I think that's a much cuter spread. Also, this guy's so cute. Okay. Yeah, anyway, I'm really enjoying the granulating colors for underwater. They just work so well for underwater. Better than anything I've done with them so far. And we went back outside. So this is over at the music garden. That whole scene that I showed you in the other sketchbook where I said that we came back and sat and painted it from life. It's a garden. It's a garden. And then some people using the Pilot Parallel pen. There's people sitting on benches. Next. Ugh. Trying to use the Turner acrylic gouache. This is from a photo in my Google Photos somewhere. I think my cousin took it. of a goat. And it's not like, it doesn't look bad or anything. I had to put Neocolor 2 and color pencil over top of it, but it was a struggle. it was not a joy to do. I think I need to find a way just to like use the acrylic wash in a more illustrative manner, because I'm not getting it. I'm not getting it at all. On the 20th of August, I joined a live Zoom session. On the 20th of August, I joined a live Zoom session, Party Pups, with, I think it's Libby Brewster and Jenny Macklin. I'll link both of their Substacks below and see if I can find the post that has the replay of this on it. But it is a very, very adorable session, drawing Party Pups. And I used a black Polychromos color pencil and Neocolor 2s. It was very sweet. It was a very sweet session. If you can't tell, I really love drawing sessions. To a point of almost obsession about it. But that's okay. It's all for fun. This painting I did using 40 strokes. I'll link the article where I heard of this concept below, but the idea is to slow down, be intentional with your paint strokes, and really consider your scene and where colors kind of repeat in the scene and how you can get from one spot to the other without lifting your paintbrush off the page. It's such a mindful exercise, and you can see down here, these are all of my paint strokes, my 40 paint strokes. So, like, just as much as possible, not lifting your paintbrush off the paper. And by about here, I felt like I could have been done the painting, but because I still had this many strokes to go, it was really about refining it down and then being really intentional about, okay, well, do I want to spend a stroke to kind of, separate these two blocks of dark blue color and things like that. It was really, really interesting. And this is a photo of my grandma's garden that I have painted many, many times before. Maybe you recognize it. So that was on the 21st. I also did another Debbie Draws Funny Weirdo Drawing Club. Draw weird things with me. I get confused. One is for Patreon and one is for YouTube, but it's a drawing session with Deb, the Medieval Mayhem theme. I used a blue brush pen and a water brush that I actually made a blue wash with. So very monochromatic, which I really quite enjoy the look of, and a tiny little bit of red. Next day was Art Hang Party, and this was a build-a-scene session. So the build-a-scene session is where we work one reference photo at a time and then continually add in to build a scene. And the theme was camping, and we only did the 2 scenes because this was the day that I had a whole lot of family over for an afternoon barbecue. They went off to see a Blue Jays game. I did Art Hang Party. It was a lot. I think even my internet conked out at the end during show and tell. Like, it was a lot for everybody concerned, I think. But cute. And the build-a-scenes we're going to try to do like one a month because I like them so much. The 23rd, we went to sit back outside at Coronation Park, and I had fun with that graphite crayon again and the paint marker combo. I love this so much. Like, I love pairing these two. It's just fun. Watercolor. I filmed a little blog of this outing, so I'll link that below if you haven't seen that. What day did I do that? The 23rd. What's in here? Probably people. Oh, Simon. the Pentel Pocket Brush Pen. And some highlighter. You can't really see that dog over there, but you kind of see him. Yep. Actually, let me continue in over here. So, on the 23rd, I joined Sam Ashley for another Zoom session, and this one was like a free play, so it was more just to get together and talk and work on things independently, so not from reference photos that she curated, which was really nice. And I decided that I would do some lino printing because it had been a long time since I got out my lino cutting stuff. And I based this off of a digital pattern that I made following a Lisa Congdon creative bug class about drawing in grids. So I'll show you what that looks like. And then I took some of those little single illustrations and made lino prints, lino stamps out of them. And then this is me testing it out. And then I did a print of it. I actually did a couple of prints, and I actually made 2 more stamps. 2 more stamps, I think, yeah. So I did this one, the top of the strawberry, and then I did a reverse strawberry. So then these 2 live down here. So it's 6 different stamps on a print. And I'm gonna record stamping and making some prints, and then I'm gonna add these to my shop. So stay tuned for that, because I think they're super cute. Yes. Lino printing is fun. I feel like I should have something else on the 24th if we were outside and I was drawing in this sketchbook, but maybe I was just drawing in this sketchbook this day. More people from life. This is my people from life sketchbook, and I have finished it, and I just recorded a flip through of it, so stay tuned for that. I'll give a couple of days breather before posting a sketchbook tour, because this is a lot already. Yeah, so this is my people from life sketchbook, all done. The sticker is from Kristen Hastings. I will link Kristen's Substack below. On the 25th was a Scribble Brigade with Sophie. This is the 3rd one of the month, pre-recorded. And this one was a random street view. And it's actually the first random street view that she landed on was right down the street from me at the Harborfront Center, which was really fun. I was like, I know that. And then Stephanie in Sophie's Discord commented that she used to have her lunches there because she used to live really close. And so I mentioned that it's like 5 minutes from me, and she's like, I'm just down the street still. So we're going to get together for a live drawing session, like an in-person drawing session in a couple of weeks with Shar, Blue Shine Art, and I'm very excited. Real life drawing friends. Oh, and also she was picking random color palettes as we went along, so that's why all the colors are different. Should do that more, just random colors. I had been binging Portrait Artist of the Year on the 25th. And after a certain amount of time, you just have to pick up a paintbrush. And so the only person that I had to paint from life was me. Although I did this from a picture. But yeah, I very rarely do like faces using watercolor. And I think that this is pretty successful. Like if you stare at it too long or too close, it looks a little bit, I don't know, but I quite enjoy this. Bit of a vulnerable one, I think. On the 26th, we went to the park across the street, Little Norway Park, and I worked over top of some acrylic paint, so left over from the portrait. That's why everything else is going to be pink from here on out, because I mixed entirely too much paint up. So I used Neocolor 2s on top, capturing one of the encampments that are starting to take over our park. And Simon always moves. He always moves. Some people. Oh yes, so then on the 27th, I worked on my artwork for an Art Hang Party art swap that we're doing in the Art Hang Party Discord. So I cannot show you that because I still have it to send out to my art swap buddy, but until they receive it, it's secret. But I can't wait until they get it. On the 28th, it was a Debbie Draws Funny drawing session. I can't remember Deb. The last of the medieval marginalia. So you'll see that pink, I took that card and swiped it in the background of these pages and then worked over with that graphite crayon and solid paint markers. This is very cute. I really like how the pink is interacting with the paint sticks and stuff, and just the kind of overlapping of everything. It's very fun. And that's it for this sketchbook. And I think I have like one more drawing session worth of space in here, and then this one will be done and ready for a sketchbook tour as well. I'm finishing so many sketchbooks right now. It's kind of a fresh start, I think. These are some birds that I drew from a big book of birds that I borrowed from my sister using the granulating watercolors, the Gonzai Tombis, and Inktense pencils. Not as successful as the underwater creatures, but it was fun. I started obviously over here, and these ones I think are much better than over here where I'm just tired. And that is it for this sketchbook for the month. Art Hang Party Day. Art Hang Party Day. But before that, I joined Beth Spencer for Introvert Drawing Club. And the theme was Dogs of Muttville. So Muttville is a adoption center for dogs in San Francisco, and just really cute pictures of really cute dogs. Look at that guy. Look at how precious. Yeah, it was fun. I missed the Introvert Drawing Club sessions so much. I haven't been in a couple of months, but I just signed back up because they're lovely. And I used woodies for these. And that is that. And then it was Art Hang Party Day, and the theme was squirrels, cats, ducks. And we played with time, but first we drew from a description of the photo. So this is just like an imagination drawing based on a description. And then 30 seconds from the photo, 2 minutes from the photo, 5 minutes from the photo. It was really hard going from 2 minutes. So we had 2 minutes to draw from imagination, and obviously my memory was pretty good on some of them. And then to go to 30 seconds was a real brain buster. And then after that, 2 minutes felt like a very long time. But I think everybody did so well from the description, drawing from the description. And we are going to devote a whole scene, whole art hang party theme soon. When I pick one out of the theme pot that makes sense to do from description, we're going to do it a whole session from description, then from reference. Description, reference. Yes. And then on the 30th, yesterday, we went back to sit in Coronation Park, and I thought I grabbed my dried gouache set, but I actually grabbed a set of watercolor. So that was a big whoopsie on my part. And I was planning to do a 40-stroke painting from life, because I thought that would be fun. But I only made it to 16 strokes before I gave up and then threw on a bunch of Neocolor 2s on top, which is why it looks like a big mess. And then Simon in Neocolor. I'll just show you the rest of this because this sketchbook is now finished as well. So later that night after dinner, I did Debbie Draws More Medieval Marginal. No, this is just weird things. Draw more weird things from Pinterest with Debbie Draws Funny. So this is up on Deb's YouTube. Drawing with a side of giggles. And then just testing out when I made the rainbow markers with the cheapo dollar store paint pen or paint sticks. The solid combo marker, a lino print stamp that I made. Just testing random art supplies. Yeah, so the sketchbook tour for this one is filmed as well, so you'll see that in a little bit. And last but not least, we got Simon in the park. And that's it. So that was my month of August. That was a doozy. That was definitely a doozy. I finished 2 sketchbooks. Oh, no. Hang on. There's more. I started 2 sketchbooks, my objects and things, and then this Talon's Art Creations with a Debbie Draws Funny sticker on it. And I took myself on an art date this morning to the Art Gallery of Ontario. So I drew these at the museum. This is an Emily Carr photo portrait of Shirley Bennett from the late 1930s. And then this is Oscar and 2 Fridas, but just one Frida, by Surinder Dhaliwal. Yeah, just a Frida Kahlo. But yeah, oh yes, and then I bought some an art graph. I don't even know what to call it. This little thing. I bought this at the art store. So this is just me testing that out. I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. I only got the one because I just wanted to see what it was like. Yeah, but Red, who is she? I don't know, but I like her. Yes, my other sketchbook that I started. As we do, we're going to pick a favorite thing that I made this month, and what will it be? I want to say it's the 40-stroke painting of my grandma's garden. Just because that was really fun. But I know this is going to be the thumbnail of my sketchbook tour. So I also really like, oh, that's nice. But is it my favorite, or is this my favorite, or are the turtles my favorite? Turtles are nice, aren't they? I kind of like this walrus though. But the turtles, but the walrus, but the turtles, but the walrus. What do you think? I'm gonna do that. Then that. This is me building, oh no, this is not when I build a thumbnail. Come on now. This is my favorite thing that I made this month, but it's not going to be the bulk of the thumbnail. Anyway, this is my favorite thing. Let me know what your favorite thing is that you saw that I made this month. And let me know if you had any big wins, successive, creative experiments or explorations or things that you would like to share. I really would love to hear it. And what the favorite thing that you worked on this month for yourself was. And yes, I'm going to close that out here because we're at 58 minutes and 43 seconds. I hope you enjoyed this art chat for the month of August. And happy September. I really look forward to making art with you in September at Art Hang Party at a free draw Friendzy, which Deb and I are co-hosting. Deb Tertio, aka Debbie Draws Funny. Debbie Draws Funny. We are doing a live drawing session on Google Meet on Saturday, September 7th at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. The RSVP link is below. Please join us for that. We're going to be drawing scenes from Seinfeld, and it's going to be great. So I'll see you there. And I'm going to say goodbye. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you very soon. Bye. And now we build our thumbnail. I don't think there's really anything in here. Oh, there's a Simon. Objects. Is that enough? Maybe a Dexter. He's cute. Some strawberries. That's good. That's good. That's all I'm going to do. I think that's fine. I think that's fine for... That's fine. Okay. Oh my goodness. Over an hour. Never short. These things are never short. Maybe we can do a stack of all of the different sketchbooks. Like, that's a lot. Doesn't even fit. Trying to find it. There we go. There we go. Wow. I mean, these two go away, and then I need to start a new one of this. So, yay! Okay, bye.